Thanks for the year and a half, Friana. I know you used to play Conquest a lot, but you no longer do. Could you share your personal reason for no longer enjoying Conquest? The queue times are worse than they were, and Erishim is more popular and better in Conquest, and I would rather touch a hot stove than go 10 rounds with Erishim in Conquest. It's great that when I queue into a matchup I don't feel like playing on the ladder, I can just leave for one cube, as opposed to like having my Conquest run end because they're playing the deck that I just really don't want to play against. I actually think Conquest is the biggest failure of game modes they've added to Marvel Snap, but it's a little disappointing it's not been iterated on. And it's the always on game mode. I really hope they reconsider it. Conquest just being regular Marvel Snap but longer is really lame. I like High Voltage and Sanctum Showdown a lot more because they're genuinely new ways to play the game. Currently been in a room with the same Erishim player for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, see, that sounds awful. Hard pass. Nifty Weasel, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. So, I think I don't want to play Sentry because I think playing Sentry tells them they need to worry about Annie. And I'd like them to not know Annie is coming. I'd like this Blarvel to cost 1, though. I think Hawk probably accomplishes said goal. I would probably snap this turn if I wanted to snap, but this is another content creator, so I don't usually snap other content creators. I'm going to play both of these out because they're a Red Hulk deck, and I don't want to give them a Red Hulk trigger here. I think we're statistically unlikely to win the right here, but Esports Mommy would never let me down. We even triggered the Athena for good measure. So you just gotta believe in Esports Mommy. If you believe in her, she believes in you, and she'll deliver when the times are tough. Sometimes you spin, sometimes you win. Win locations with 4 cards. Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. So something I actually messed up in the previous game that I want to make sure we do correct here is when you're playing an Annihilus Sentry deck, you actually want to avoid playing your Hood on the right side location when possible, because Annihilus tries to move things over in the order they were added to the lane. So if you Hood into Void, and they only have one spot to push something over, they get the Hood instead of the Void. So there's value in making sure your Void's more likely to kick across. It's me, the weirdo whose favorite card is Circe. I think Circe is a fine favorite card to have. She's a sweet novel effect. Can I stay? They're playing a 12-card deck, so Gorgon is less likely to have text, and the rest of my hand isn't particularly good, so I think we leave for 1 cube here. Gregor Strauss, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. There's Agamotto, Erishim, and everything else Enjoyer from this opponent.
Hey man, I'm cool.
We ignore. Thank you for the 50 months. It's a long time. Welcome back. Where's a Gorgon when you need him? Oh my goodness. Do you think they were playing into the raft because of an Uatu? They have a bunch of other start of game effects. Do you think they're playing like a meme start of game effects deck? And they're like, had Uatu, so they knew they should be filling for the raft? Kind of feels like that, yeah. What's going on, CS? It's felt good to have a mix of card games again to play myself. It's just you. I assume they're filling the right this turn, but... yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see what the feedback is on the new pocket set they announced today. I feel like it's gonna be like kind of the make or break set for the game in a lot of ways. Anecdotally, there's been a lot of negative feedback around more cards releasing on my video, so we'll see where it ends up at exactly. Well, I could win the right, but there's a chance they put 3 here and 11 here, yeah? Nope, they just feel safe on the right. Oh. Agatha, LOL. And that's not a generated Agatha, right? That's one of their deck. I think they were playing Uatu and they're just a meme start of games effect deck. Is what that Agatha probably means. Veronix, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you re-upping. Welcome back. I will say, as someone who understands the in-game economies of these games way more than the average layman who doesn't think about them and just runs on pure vibes, it feels very validating that I was basically the only person when Pokemon Pocket released who was like, you know, the economy here is going to have some real problems once we're a few sets in. And then, lo and behold, we're a few sets in and people are deeply unhappy about the economy. I guess that's not necessarily even too impressive a cold shot, though. I don't think I've ever experienced a successful mobile game where people were happy with the economy. Yeah, if you're one of my regulars who enjoys Pokemon Pocket as well as Snap, they dropped a trailer for the new card set that's going to come out next week when they add Rank to their game, and you can find a review of that on my YouTube channel. The Hoaglandia Pocket YouTube channel. To be fair, the paper Pokemon card economy is off as well. That's actually not remotely true. So there are problems with the current... There are problems with some current card acquisition due to scalpers in paper Pokemon, but my understanding of it is that, like, the getting tournament cards isn't really that problematic in paper Pokemon. Is that not true? The Jin jumping in front of Sam Wilson there was quite lovely for us. You can play cheap and see alt arts that are expensive. Yeah, that was my understanding of the Pokemon economy, is they do a good job of actually making the game pieces pretty accessible. I would love Sap to take down Conquest and replace it with Sanctum. Yeah, me too. I hope they... I would be surprised if the metrics around current Conquest are very good. We'll see. Maybe they're better than I'd think, but I feel like my expectation is they're probably not very good. I guess I don't want to fill here. So I'm definitely doing this. I'm definitely playing this and this. Maybe I don't play the Jin next turn. Maybe I don't play the Jin next turn. Or this turn. And I just go like Jin, Darkhawk, Demon next turn. Yeah, it's a shame Man-Thing doesn't shrink Jin, so I can't champion it over there. Man-Thing is explicitly 1s, 2s, and 3s. It doesn't impact 0s. I think we just punt the Ajax path, yeah? We do this. Maybe a Diamondback on the right could get us. Hazmat left, Diamondback right. Abomination, we beat that one, yeah? Cool. Lucas, thank you for the absurdly generous tier 3 and for the over 2 years. Appreciate that, welcome back. I think it's probably an incredibly heavy lift for them to restructure what the always-on game mode looks like, and the reason why they haven't touched Conquest in literally 2 years is they just don't have the bandwidth to do it because they're working on other things. I would be incredibly surprised if that format being left to absolutely rot was a conscious decision because it was doing positive good things for the game. I would be floored if it was doing anything other than being neutral. Juggernaut, thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. There have to be players out there that enjoy that mode. Sure. Nothing I just said implies other. At no point did I say Conquest is a mode that's hated by everyone, so they should get rid of it because they hate it by everyone. Your line of thinking there is a logical fallacy of taking things to extremes. Juggernaut for line, thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. And Kiwi, thank you for the 3rd of a year. Want to try and win this one? Sandman Cave, appreciate you finding a couple of Jeffrey Bezos dollars and sending them my way. That direct support is a big part of why I stay able to be my job. Thanks for keeping me around. Is that Annie here? I think it's Annie here. If they spectrum the left, they go to 15, 22, 28. I don't think the Gorgon matters. I think we're cooked either way. I don't think we get remotely close to 28. Time to go. Wilbur Elder, thank you for the 14 months. Chief Cord Beef with the 20. Circe Esports. Nah, getting a 1, a 3, and a 6 is pretty unlikely to net us 21 points. Or 22 points. We need 22 points there. We could get over 30 there if we played Darkhawk plus White Tiger. We could have been 9. We could have coin flipped for it. Sure. I don't know that I would want to stay for that coin flip though, because it would get into trouble if they had Iron Man. Oh, I guess it's not a flip. We'd still lose to Iron Man though, yeah? Or would they have gone to 30? I don't know. I have to go back and count it. Maybe. Either way, not an option because of Gorgon though. This person was playing Silver Surfer stuff when we played them twice earlier today. That's sad. Hey, Sox fan, there is a fully edited video on the YouTube channel covering the new Pocket stuff. Give it a click and a like and a comment and all that jazz. I mean, that's funny. Killmonger in our future. Maybe? Could be. Yeah, you're right. They were the Surfer build. I think they had a Bullseye too, but they might also have what's his name? I forget. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Immigrant supporter, thank you for supporting Huglandia for 27 months. Welcome back. Wow. So let's say they go Surfer into Killmonger. They would pump this to 8, and then they would get it doubled twice up to 32. And then this would be 4, and the Surfer would be 2, or the Killmonger would be 3. So it'd be 32, 36, 39, 30 altogether. This is beating... It's not beating it because the demon dies. YOLO. Esports, mommy! Oh gosh! Oh, goodness me, oh my, I leveled myself out of it. We'd have won the game with the Darkhawk on the right. I didn't think they'd be on. They're doing fire hair stuff, right? So it wasn't a guaranteed. It wasn't a guaranteed Killmonger. Rats. Funny game. Classic Heimdall lose the game. I would say sometimes that's just how it goes, but frequently with Heimdall, that's how it goes. Do they have a brood here? Is the dagger bundle a good deal? If you are not a large spender, all of your gold should be going towards buying collector tokens in the economy. I think they have a hard time putting stats into the left, right? So I put some points here this turn, and then Darkhawk wins the left next turn.
I found a rock.
So Surfer puts them to 20. So I still can't contest there. I think we're just dead. I needed points from Annie with the Void. Them having the Brood to fill was tough for us. Yeah, time to go. I guess they didn't have Surfer. I have Gorgon into their big card deck. They have a shield on a super flow. I'm going to snap on one here. Alrighty then. It's 1 o'clock already, gamers? Day's flying by.
Hey, I found a rock.
To run and grab something to eat on our next break here. Gorgon. Hey, thanks for the over 2.5 years, Anti-Evil. Good morning, good morning. Or afternoon, I guess, as we just covered. Could be useful, I guess. Dream Dimension is so bad for our Annihilus Darkhawk deck. It's probably a leave angle. This Scream deck actually has some of the best stats on Untap still. People must be bored of it because it's not that popular at the top. Especially with that. And I know that Cannonball whatever bundle isn't cheap, but I feel like that would have put some more of it into things, but it just anecdotally hasn't for me. Hey, Jazz Goals, thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back. Do anything fun this weekend? Tomorrow's Christy's birthday, so we're gonna have a bunch of friends over to like play board games and eat food. I think I'm just doing this. It's our go-to board games. Our favorite big player party game is one called Hive Mind. Outside of that, don't favor anything too particular. I've got a big wall of them. Beartastic, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. In general, we try to avoid card games and drafting games because the people we play board games with are a mix of folks who are more casual and also people like myself who play card games really competitively. So if you mix those groups together, it can be a pretty unfun experience if the games are too skill-based. Oh, actually, I probably want to Mobius plus Korg this turn, right? Or Mobius plus Patriot to turn off their anti-venom card. They played it already. It's gonna be an okay we're limping in draw. Yeah, they just didn't compete for the center, which is hopefully good for us.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
Go left! Sometimes lucky rubber ducky. Iron Patriot cheering for our victory is well deserved. I'm enjoying this one enough to do a full set with it. Let's take a brief pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab something to eat, so I want to keep my energy up for a nice big long stream today. Thanks for hanging out, gamers. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Yar, be right. Pedaled enough while sweating at the top of the ladder day. It's time to ditch the sweater, methinks. Just a second left to own the adverts. Cheese. It's a pretty solid curve. We'll press the button here. DragZ27, thank you for hanging out for over 2 years. Welcome back. Good afternoon. I'm also sentrying here simply so I have 5 energy next turn. This also means they can't shang the sentry, which is nice. Annie some friends across. Next turn we might Circe the Annie. We'll see, I'll think about it. That was certainly a play they are allowed to make. Our opponent made some decisions. Oh, do they have winds? Oh, not winds. Icon. Sorry, apologies. Mixing up my spell names. They would have to have whatever they play here live. Is this an upgrade on average? Center's a little scuffed here. I guess they could also be imaging over here. I think I need to try and win the center. I don't think I could win this by depending on winning these two because they have images of Icon. I can shuffle one of their things away that's bad. Above average Circe isn't enough. Ooh, man. When Brode decides you really need to win all three.
Victory.
Thank you for the casserole, Benjamin. I appreciate you. Truly blessed by Brode. Nummy casserole. Nummy casserole. I don't think I've used all my drops yet. Narrator, he had in fact used all of his drops. Oof. I don't get to watch a lot of streams, but I do watch the YouTube dropping by to leave my sub. Good work with the snap and pocket. Thanks, Incencio. I really appreciate you re-upping. Those direct bits of support really add up for me.
I found a rock.
I really don't want a Cassandra Nova what's likely a Mr. Negative deck, so I think we just play Hood here. I'm gonna let Korg die. I'm gonna let Korg die. Should have believed. Snap before the Circe RNG chat. That way maybe you don't have to experience it. Just like, what if we just didn't have to look? We can leave it Schrodinger's Circe. It's both simultaneously really good and really bad. Snapping Baxter. My deck's probably not amazing into Zoo. I think I'm gonna bounce.
Escaped.
The Circe Annie portion of this deck feels very reasonable. I've liked the last couple of Annihilus decks we've played. I don't know that I'm sold on the Darkhawk portion. Sure. I'm going to decline playing into Hotel Inferno in my Darkhawk deck. Banishing something out of their deck is not ideal for us. So they are almost assuredly a Killmonger deck, so we're going to think about that when we're deciding when to sequence our demon. I miss when Pixie Annie was meta. Maybe we should revisit that one. Because the Darkhawk part of this deck's been kind of whatever. Maybe we'll build that next. So I know I just said we need to look out for Killmonger, but I think it's actually not important that I deny them Patriot, right? Because I have Mobius. Yeah, this is fine.
Victory.
Mobius hates America. To be fair, he's probably not alone in that feeling right now. All right. I'd like to kick a sandcastle. It feels like good design that Mobius undoes Ravona. It was like a quality savor the flavor type moment. Alright, tying here is not bad for us. Because it means their deck doesn't get smaller at least. And Gorgon kicks their Kate cards, which is also good for us. I think it's Sentry middle into Annie left next turn, yeah? Again, just like the Darkhawk portion of the deck not really doing anything here. More phenomenal. Thank you for the half a year. Welcome back. They fill right, though. They need to fill right while also adding 10 power middle, which seems unlikely.
Victory.
Because their arrows right now cost 2 because of Gorgon. He punishes all those created cards. Matt Maxon, thank you for the 75 months. Good afternoon. Been seeing a resurgence of Master Mold. I can't remember the last time I saw someone play a Master Mold against me. Ronin Hawk's an alright deck, though. I played a little bit of that. It's not very popular in my anecdote or on Untapped. Are you ready to schmoove it, gamers? Sometimes these decks play Iron Patriot, and I think I'm pretty unlikely to trigger Elsa Bloodstone, so I'm going to go ahead and Mobius here this turn. That was an unfortunate 66%er to lose. If we would have hit Shield or Hood, we would have been able to push them across with Annie this turn over on the right. Yeah, that's true. Mobius also has Miles in their deck, too. The move deck also has Miles, which Mobius stops. It's a better call out than Iron Patriot.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh, I'm tired of losing 50-50s, gamers. Another day, another coin lost. That's not the Darkhawk I wanted for Christmas. Well, I guess the Darkhawk would have only been 9, but 9 would have been exactly enough. Alright, I lost the other 2 coin flips this game, so basically we're due. Circe owes us. Cash in our cumulative variance here. Magneto pulling Sentry out of the center would be sad. Does Elsa Demon get there? That only ties the middle. Oh, we do have priority. Sick. Input for Destroyer. We could win through Destroyer, gamers. Destroyer would let us win the center almost assuredly, and then we'd still be plus 10 on the right, yeah? Plus 8 with the Rocket and Groot.
Victory.
Well, it's actually a funny happenstance about Circe in this deck is like normally Destroyer's like a crit failure when you use Circe and Annihilus, but because you're putting such big negatives on their side, there's a lot of games where you can like hit a Destroyer and like, well, this is fine. Yeah, for 9 months of Coin Flip Simulators. Thanks for helping me understand the brewing aspect better in Snap and Pocket. Thanks for keeping me around to keep showing it off, Hoki. Welcome back. It's actually the first time we've hit the black screen in a little bit. What's the high voltage card? The high voltage card is the original Ghost Rider, which is going to be a must-have card if you're a Khonshu enjoyer, I would wager. I would bet every Khonshu deck wants the original Ghost Rider. Cut the Darkhawk package. I'm going to finish this deck with the Darkhawk package for the last 15 minutes or so that we're going to be playing it, and we'll do a wrap-up where I'll probably talk about cutting it, but I don't think I want to adjust things this far in. When is high voltage? I believe high voltage goes live in 20 minutes. Oh, you can't hear the game, right? Sorry. Let me fix that. Something is bugged with either Untapped or sorry, OBS or Snap with the latest patch, and it doesn't have to retoggle it when I restart Snap. Do we snap them? I think I snapped them. If this is neutral or... Now I can't? I was going to get to go Sentry into Circe here. But now this is kind of scuffed. Oh, I guess I can do this. And then we could Circe here. I have the energy and they don't. YOLO. YOLO Swaggins. Kick rocks, gamer. Are you gonna Circe away the 14 power Cassandra? Yeah, I guess we probably shouldn't, but it's the fun play. Twitch chat trying to talk me out of the fun play. When the fun play wins! Oh my goodness gracious, holy! Dab on the doubters, Circe! Circe, dab! Dab on the doubters, Circe! Ye of little faith! Holy! Can you imagine not Circeing the Carmartage? Mercy, Circe, mercy, they have a family. Esports mommy's like, you rang? We could lose this, right? Spectrum on the left. I did also put 4 rocks into their deck, though. I think they can beat this. I think they could. I think this is good. I think they try and compete center. Yeah, they have a free thing from Anti-Venom is a little bit of a wild card too. I think they can't compete left, and I think 49 wins the center. Easy peasy. So the problem with this is the shield can move here, and then they can play a what's it called card, then they can Spectrum plus 12 here. So the shield would put this to 5, and then 6, and then even 0, and then they would get to 18 off of double Spectrum triggers here. But I guess maybe they're not winning the center. I don't know. I think they're like just never beating 24. 24 is locked and loaded on the left. Have you played Thanos Destroyer by her? You know, we haven't yet. We should make a point to get around to that. It just seemed like such low-hanging fruit. I didn't want to start there, but then we never worked our way back to it once we played all the more interesting things. So, Mobius is actually really good in this matchup because it means their swarms can't get what's it called. Oh, and that's... Sandbar does that too, though. No, Sandbar still lets swarms be discarded to Bullseye, yeah? Yeah, alright, I'm gonna do this turn, I think. This turns off the Sandbar on me, which is nice. Tell my opponent to kick some rocks here. Oh yeah, Sandbar stops Dakin from discarding too, yeah? This is probably too late. Are they thinking about it? Looks like they're thinking about it, video gamers. They could have MODOK here. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? Is this thing on? Hello? Bueller? Hello? Hello? Let's assume they double this to 7. And then they hit once over here with this. So I need to go +7 over here at least. Is this enough? I guess we could lose this. Can we lose this? Maybe they're good. Maybe we're cooked, gamers. Oh, they MODOK'd us middle. Oh, and I didn't play for the right. I think they got us. Wow. GG. Oh yeah, they have 2 scoring triggers too, yeah? The discard deck is so good. I think if all decks in Marvel Snap cost the same amount of money and were equally accessible, the opponent's deck would be one of the most popular decks in the game by a lot. We would have ended up winning with the Demon Right, but we were just... Basically, we ended up coin flipping the MODOK here, right? This deck... this is just easily one of the best decks in the game. It's just like, you have to have Dakin, Bullseye, and Frigga to play it, and Scorn. And they're all just like very niche, higher series cards that a lot of people don't have all of. I think it's easily the most powerful deck I've played since I came back to Snap. Like, they got hit by so many different bits of hate there, and they still came down and won a coin flip at the end against us. It just plays through disruption so efficiently. What does shillionaire mean? Shillionaires gain access to Beverly Shills. Which, trust me, it's the place you want to be. Just shilling. Ooh, that's a good call out. The addition of Lady Deathstrike is a more common metagame card. It's a little bit bad for Bullseye. Buy that for $1. Sentry getting pushed up into Shang-Chi range is pretty unfortunate. There are no ethical shillionaires. It's actually impossible for there to be unethical shillionaires. We don't have gambling, aka the stock market, enabled on my content. Nobody will ever reach 1 billion shillings, shit. I won't be alive long enough to stream that much. Yeah, Vormir is not seller for us. It means I have to play for the left and the right, which our Patriot going off might get us there. We'll see. I was about to say maybe the Danger Room continues to cooperate, but that very clearly did not play out that way. Is it this snow? I think it might be this snow. Danger Room, never killing their cards is cheating. The difference between $1 million and $1 billion is about $1 billion. Yep. $1 million is a rounding error to a billionaire. It's just, they're not even in the same ballpark. Being able to Circe after they fill against the Annie always feels so good. You just need to not get Danger Room to then have average Circe variants here and we'll be good to go. Oh, come on, girl. That's so unlucky. If we would have just had, what's it called on the left? Live, we would have been able to Spider-Man the right this turn. So I feel like my big takeaway from playing this is I don't think enough people are playing Sentry Annihilus stuff. Every time I play Sentry Annihilus stuff, it feels really impressive. And the last couple of times we've played Darkhawk stuff, it's not felt particularly impressive. So I don't know what exactly you do with these slots, but those 4 cards felt not amazing. Some of the best generic 2s in the game, Mobius, Circe. Circe honestly feels good in this package too. So, Darkhawk felt clunky with the other 5s, and these 2 felt better for sure. Yeah, maybe Pixie Annie is worth exploring again, for sure. I get to see giving that a go. Sad they went nerfed by boy Darkhawk. I mean, Darkhawk's still a super playable card. It's just not good enough with these other expensive top ends that are heavily synergy based with the rest of what your deck is doing. So if you want to play a Darkhawk deck that's serviceable, what do we got? My favorite Hawk deck is this one. I think this deck is very good and reasonable. It just notably only has 1 other 5 that it wants to play as a 5. 3 5s is just too many. And you want both Circe and Annie in the other deck.